Hello everyone, and welcome to my Royal Family Politics channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Meaningful reason: Camilla has been wearing blue nonstop since becoming queen. Queen Camilla wears white, red, green, and florals. But mostly, while attending a formal event with King Charles, she prefers royal blue. Queen Elizabeth II would wear a selection of bold, lively hues so she could be seen by members of the audience, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, reportedly said. Queen Camilla, on the other hand, seems to wear only a handful of colors, the most frequent being blue for big events. Although Elizabeth wore white to Westminster Abbey for the coronation, the day after, at the coronation concert at Windsor Castle, she went out in a blue dress and matching cloak. The hue of blue is considered to be no accident, as far back as October, not long after the royal mourning period and its attendant black clothing restriction ended. Camilla has been wearing this exact color. Occasions: Queen Camilla has worn blue. British Champions Day at Ascot Racecourse, October 15. Ceremonial welcome for South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa. November 22. State supper at Buckingham Palace. November 22. Christmas Day walk at Sandringham. December 25. Commonwealth Day service. March 13. Royal Maundy service. April 6. Easter Sunday service. April 9. Coronation concert. May 7. Royal fashion expert Eloise Morin said, "I've definitely noticed a specific shade of blue, what is known as royal blue. It's actually a very traditional color in the UK. And when I think of the monarchy, one of the key colors, of course, is royal blue. Blue definitely continues popping up. There definitely seems to be a correlation." Queen Camilla's role also affects the colors she wears. Eloise continued, noting how the king's role is to stand front and center as the figurehead, whilst Camilla is his wife and plays a supporting role. With the late queen, however, she was a unifier. This figure who brought the colors of her wardrobe to bring a bit of joy. People really enjoyed her ensembles and delighted to see what she was wearing. Now with Camilla, it'll be intriguing to see how her outfits play out. The design expert said Camilla has always been very dutiful and respectful towards her husband and his profession, but said it gets boring when you only dress in one color. It does feel very uniform with not much self-expression in there. She suggested, "It's almost like no one is trying to distract or take away from the king and is trying to give Charles his limelight." Blue is 1/3 of the Union Jack, is therefore considered as a quintessentially British color, and the color royal blue is associated to royalty. The word was first used in the 1800s when the shade is supposed to have been produced for a competition to make a dress for Queen Charlotte. As for the psychology underlying royal blue, Sarah So McFarland, PhD, blue has a lot of advantages for the royal family. Blue is typically associated with trust, duty, authority, competence, and reflection, which Sarah added are traits that would be meaningful to those with royal status. And as a cool color, blues have a calming, tranquil effect, perfect for royals who want to be connected with the public through the feeling of safety and reliability that peace brings. Blue has also been historically connected with regalness, she told Marie Claire. Queen was often confused and struggled to see in sad final days, says Buddy. Queen Elizabeth passed away on September 8 last year in Balmoral, having suffered from mobility concerns and ill health in the months leading up to her death. Queen Elizabeth was apparently in a lot of pain in her later years, according to a source close to the royal family, who also stated that her sight and hearing had worsened dramatically in the weeks previous to her death. The insider claimed that the aging king also had problems concentrating for an extended amount of time and was easily confused. The late queen, who reigned for over 70 years, died on September 8, 2022 at 96. She had toned down her royal duties somewhat but nonetheless carried out her few remaining tasks, including as formally appointing Liz Truss as Prime Minister just days before her death, with devotion and care. A friend of the late Queen's told the Daily Beast. For the latter years of her life, definitely from when her husband died in April 2021, the Queen was in a lot of agony. In the closing months, of course, it got very much worse. By the time of the Platinum Jubilee, June 2022, she couldn't see very much, she couldn't hear very much, and she was easily confused. She barely moved from her quarters in Windsor Castle. Appearing on the balcony at Windsor Castle for the Jubilee needed a Herculean effort. Royal novelist Giles Brandreth earlier claimed that the Queen was suffering from bone cancer when she died, although this has not been confirmed by Buckingham Palace, and her death certificate simply mentions old age as her cause of death. Bone cancer can cause significant chronic pain and limit a person's ability to move around, which would match with the palace's assertions the Queen was dealing with episodic mobility problems. Sources suggest that this increased pain and battle with mobility concerns drove her to withdraw more from public gatherings in the final year of her life. According to the Daily Beast, although the Queen was never spotted using a wheelchair, she often used one to get. Royal writer Robert Jobson detailed the incredible details of the plan to get the Queen onto the Buckingham Palace balcony for her last salute at the Platinum Jubilee last year. He writes in his book, on her request, a military-style drill was put in place so that no one could notice she was needing to use a wheelchair. In much discomfort, Her Majesty was transported by wheelchair to the helicopter pad at Windsor. At the palace, she was carried right up to the balcony doors, then helped to her feet so that she could stand, with the aid of a walking stick, beside Charles and Camilla, plus William and his family. After a firework display, the Queen beamed with satisfaction. It was her farewell homage to her nation. Palace attendants were under strong instructions not to let anyone see the Queen in a wheelchair, as she was still shocked by an image shot of her sister Princess Margaret in a similar condition 6 months before her own death. A source told the Mail on Sunday, "It's a haunting image and not one the Queen remembers fondly." Her appearance on the balcony may have led her to exert such incredible effort that she was unable to attend at her Platinum Jubilee concert later that weekend. King Charles condemned for social media error that is sad throwback to colonialism. A royal analyst has suggested that a film released to the royal family's social media showcasing members of the Commonwealth is reminiscent of the bygone days of colonialism. King Charles has been condemned after a video upload to the royal family's Instagram and Twitter accounts resulted in a digital mishap for Buckingham Palace, according to a royal pundit. Danielle Elser argued the film, featuring different choirs from several Commonwealth countries singing a copy of Steve Winwood's Higher Love, came to the surface memories of colonialism and slavery that the royals should make more effort to separate themselves from. The tape, which was purportedly first aired during the coronation concert on May 7, revealed some choirs wearing national dress, while others looked less than impressed to be there. The king offered a remark which was posted alongside the video. "I was immensely happy to witness the contributions from around the Commonwealth. Each of your contributions was unique and wonderfully meaningful, and I was most moved you took the time and the trouble to contribute," as Elser commented. It is bad enough that some bright spark came up with this video for the concert, evidently as some means of including all those far-flung areas of the planet that constitute the Commonwealth, but why for the love of God put it on social media? The video is like some horrible throwback to the time of British Pathé, as if the producers, wearing their safari suits and pith helmets behind their desks in London, sent out a memo to the Commonwealth asking them to find as many people and children of color as they could and then demand they perform for the cameras. For one thing, while some of the choirs look truly thrilled to be a part of this production, others look like they have been dragooned into this, and their lack of enthusiasm is hard to miss. Choirs from across the Commonwealth, including Barbados, Zambia, Australia, and Bangladesh, among many others, all gave their contributions as part of the ceremonies commemorating the crowning of King Charles. On Commonwealth Day in March this year, the king acknowledged his late mother Queen Elizabeth's enthusiasm and passion for the institution and stressed his wish to maintain this legacy. The royals have commented on the atrocities of slavery, as Charles said during a Commonwealth Heads of Government conference in Rwanda last year. "I cannot describe the depths of my personal sorrow at the suffering of so many, as I continue to deepen my own understanding of slavery's enduring impact." In Jamaica, Prince William also expressed his profound sorrow, noting that slavery was abhorrent and hate-applying atrocity. More recently, King Charles backed a probe of the royal family's links with slavery. Buckingham Palace claimed that it is working with an independent research exploring the relationship between the British monarchy and the slave trade in the 17th and 18th centuries. They said that King Charles takes the problem profoundly seriously. The king intends to continue his vow to enhance his awareness of slavery's impact with vigor and determination after his ascension, a Buckingham Palace official said. However, Hans Elser says that the firm has still not done enough to face the ghosts of empire and colonialism that dominate the family. Last year, the Prince and Princess of Wales were lambasted for how their royal visit of the Caribbean played out, with images of them inspecting troops in Jamaica from the back of a Land Rover criticized for their imperialist implications. Hans Elser stated that the family have yet to take any affirmative action in dealing with this troublesome legacy. Buckingham Palace has been sought for comment. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.